Hey, it's Chris. I want to tell you about going to the Louisiana Purchase Gardens and Zoo in Monroe, Louisiana back in 2014. Plus news about the Veterans Day activities, sports, entertainment. You're listening to The Chris Carlisle Show, hosted by me, Chris Carlisle. Okay, I'll tell you about the Louisiana Purchase Gardens and Zoo in Monroe in a little while, but first, look at the news. In Belton, the City Council applied for a grant to restore the sanctuary at the Mount Zion United Methodist Church. Somebody bought the winning ticket for the Powerball last week in Los Angeles at Joe's Service Center in Altadena, northeast of Los Angeles. In Italy, they found some 2,000-year-old bronze statues in an ancient Tuscan thermal spring that they said will rewrite history about the transition from the Etruscan civilization to the Roman Empire. Of course, last Friday was Veterans Day, and they had a Veterans Day ceremony at the Santa Fe Plaza and Temple, where there were 75 residents in attendance, including the Temple Police Department, the Temple Fire and Rescue, the Temple City Council, and the Temple High School Polyphonics. Colonel Tracy Michael, the commander of the 1st Medical Brigade of Fort Hood, was the keynote speaker. They launched a weather site on an experimental inflatable heat shield from Vandenberg Space Force Base in California last week. They found a piece of the Space Shuttle Challenger in the Atlantic last week, 3 decades after the 1986 disaster, and the first of piece to be found since 1996. The storms of the weekend brought rain and hail and cooler temperatures. There was the Scottish gathering in Salado over the weekend, despite the cold weather. And of course, last Friday was Veterans Day. I talked about the ceremonies Thursday. In the Moffett Cemetery, they had the memorial service that was hosted by the Moffett Cemetery Association and the Veterans of Foreign Wars Post number 1820. There were U.S. flags planted to commemorate the more than 200 veterans that are laid to rest at the historic Bell County Cemetery. A lady named Rena Schroeder uses a rescue horse to help people through life coaching. She is the founder of Angel Wings Ranch. I'd like to say thank you to all the veterans out there. I have members of my family who served and one who is currently serving and deployed overseas. And also there was a retired Air Force colonel who was a POW in Vietnam, and he spoke at a Veterans Day program at the American Legion Post 133 in Temple. The Salvation Army is starting its Red Kettle campaign this weekend. In the high school football playoffs, Belton hosted Austin Northeast and beat them 56-0. Academy lost to Hitchcock 22-14 in Waller. Rogers beat Van Vleck 22-0 in Navasota. Holland beat Stockdale and Butte. I don't have the score for that. Granger beat Somerville 60-13 in Rockdale, and Temple hosted and lost to Waxahachie 30-21. And they had a write-up in the Temple Daily Telegram in their sports section about some of the successful high school coaches in Texas who started their careers in Central Texas. Marion Baylor beat McMurray 62-3 at Crusader Stadium to win another American Southwest Conference title. And in the NFL, the Texans lost to the Giants 24-16, and the Cowboys lost to the Packers 31-28. The Rockets are in last place, the Mavericks are in second place, and the Spurs are next to last in the NBA Southwest, and the Stars are in second place in the NHL Central. On SmackDown Friday night, which I DVR'd by the way, the Usos beat the New Day to retain the tag titles. Shotzi Blackheart won a six-pack challenge to earn a title shot against Ronda Rousey for the SmackDown Women's title at the Survivor Series. Santos Escobar beat Shinsuke Nakamura, and then Braun Strowman beat Jinder Mahal in the first round of the SmackDown World Cup tournament, that is, with the winner getting a title shot against Gunther for the Intercontinental title. Then on Raw Monday, Bobby Lashley beat Mustafa Ali, Dolph Ziggler beat Austin Theory, Seth freaking Rollins beat Finn Balor to retain the U.S. Championship, Mia Yim beat Tamina, Chad Gable beat Matt Riddle, Dominic Mysterio beat Shelton Benjamin, Io Sky beat Dana Brooke, and Baron Corbin beat Akira Tozawa. And also, Mia Yim was added to Bianca Belair's War Games team, and Rhea Ripley joined Nikki Cross and Damage Control, also for the War Games match at Survivor Series. On television, they got a new show out called Haunted Scotland, which is going to be tonight on the Travel Channel at 10/9 Central. Chris Fleming, an American medium, joins host Gail Porter from Scotland, and it's a 10-episode tour of Scotland's most haunted landmarks. They start on the Isle of Arran, making fairies mad as they poke around Brodick Castle. The season premiere of Top Gear is on Thursday at 11:10 Central on BBC America. There's an episode of Young Rock on NBC at 8:30, 7:30 Central. There's a new show on BBC America called Life in Color at 8/7 Central. There's the season premiere of The L Word Generation Q at 8/7 Central on Showtime. The end of the season for Miss Scarlet and the Duke on PBS at 8/7 Central, that is. And the last episode of The Walking Dead at 9/8 Central on AMC. That's on Sunday. Coming up, a look at birthdays.
Happy birthday to you. Happy birthday to you. Happy birthday, happy birthday, happy birthday to you. Happy birthday to you. Happy birthday to you. Happy birthday, happy birthday, happy birthday to you. Happy birthday to you. Happy birthday to you. Happy birthday, happy birthday, happy birthday to you. Happy birthday to you. Happy birthday to you. Happy birthday, happy birthday, happy birthday to you. Happy birthday to
Okay, Facebook friends with birthdays are Becky and Vicky, and celebrity birthdays are actor David Leisure, actress Mark Helgenberger, actor Danny DeVito, actress Rachel McAdams, actress Linda Evans, actor Owen Wilson, talk show host Dick Cavett, media mogul Ted Turner, actress Meg Ryan, actress Jodie Foster, actor Adam Driver, actress Bo Derek, country singer Dirk Bentley, country singer Josh Turner, actress Marlo Thomas, actress Scarlett Johansson, and a whole lot more. Coming up, I want to tell you about the Louisiana Purchase Garden and Zoo in Monroe, Louisiana. Okay, well, I went to the Louisiana Purchase Gardens and Zoo back in October of 2014. I went on a Monday morning, and I think I was the only one there. Although I'm pretty sure more came during the day. Anyway, it's 80 acres. It has 500 animals, including the addax, algal wallaby, alligator, snapping turtle, American alligator, the American black bear, American flamingo, the bald eagle, black swan, black-necked swan, black-tailed prairie dog, Brussels zebra, Cape buffalo, dromedary camel, Egyptian geese, elk, emu, hippopotamus, lion, nine-banded armadillo, the ostrich, red kangaroo, spotted hyena, tiger western hulock gibbon, white-tailed deer, and other animals. It holds several seasonal activities, including the Easter egg extravaganza, Boo at the Zoo, and Splash into Summer. Well, I got a doctor's appointment next month because I'm having pain in the hip I broke in a car wreck when I was 4 years old. If you're a true crime if you're a fan of true crime, here's a podcast I'd like to recommend for you. It's called Park Predators, hosted by Delia D'Ambro, where she talks about crimes that have taken place in America's national parks and parks in other countries. Well, that's going to do it for this week. The tire indicator is on in my car, and I have me one of those little portable inflators, so I got to figure out how it works. But I'd like to tell you that this podcast has its own website now. The URL, that's a mouthful, is the-Chris-Carlisle-show-1.onpodium.com. Leave a rating, a follow, and hit the download button. Until then, see you next time. Hi, I'm Chris, and thank you for listening to my podcast, The Chris Carlisle Show. The Chris Carlisle Show is available on Spreaker. Please leave a like and a review, and also a follow. It's also available on Spotify, Google Podcasts, iHeart, Podchaser, and Podcast Addict. And now, ladies and gentlemen, our national anthem.